kitchens in the basement, living on ground level, and we had our bedrooms on the first floor. And then the other floors, they were either rented to other families, or we stored goods there. And these goods came mainly from our colonies. The main colony of the Dutch in those days was Indonesia. And then you need to think about goods like cotton, tobacco, tea, coffee, timber. So brought to Amsterdam and loaded onto boats that had the size to go through the canals. And then with ropes and the hooks, they were lifted to the different floors until we sold them again. So that is the original purpose. The reason that we still have them, and that modern buildings actually get them as well. Well, have a look at our doors, our entrances. They're narrow. So if we like to move in or out of an apartment, most likely our furniture is not going to fit through the front door. So we lift it. First you measure your furniture, then you measure the width of the window. And you kind of hope you have the right measures. And then before you start lifting, we take the windows out. Our windows are designed to be taken out. That saves you another inch. If it then still doesn't fit through, there's one with a rope connected to it. You're right. If it then still doesn't fit through, then we go to IKEA and get ourselves new furniture. Or you try to find yourself a different apartment, but that's difficult, ladies and gentlemen. We truly have a lack of apartments in Amsterdam. The city of Amsterdam grew in the last decade with 100,000 inhabitants. And you might notice when you have a look at the people that are cycling or walking through the streets, the average age in Amsterdam is relatively young. It's a student city. We have 2 universities in Amsterdam. Having 2 universities is religion-wise. One is Protestant, the other one is Catholic. Up until 20-25 years ago, it was still important to which one you went. Nowadays, nobody cares. But we have 80,000 students in Amsterdam. So the average age is relatively young. And no air conditioning, ladies and gentlemen. These houses have no aircon. They're 17th century houses. We also have no lifts. If you live in Amsterdam, you have to walk stairs. But we also don't need really airco. Days like these, we don't have a lot in this country. This is a heat wave for us. And we have a sea climate, so we have relatively mild winters, mild summers, and we have a lot of rain. And sometimes it does freeze. Normally we do not let the canals freeze. We just keep them open. That's because otherwise they would damage the houseboats. It's a very simple system to keep them open. You just keep the water in motion, so it won't freeze. But if the winter is severe enough, then the Dutch do their favorite sport in wintertime, which is ice skating. We don't really skate in Amsterdam because we can only skate from bridge to bridge. Under a bridge the ice is always thinner, the bridge works as an insulation, so we go to the countryside. That's about the only Olympic medals that the Dutch win when they compete in the Olympic Games. Ice skating, that's it. Or swimming.